just turning on my camera here a minute. I like, sounds really good. And then if you happen to have, all right, Ryan.
So we just went through the bike, put a new front tire, new rear tire, as well as new inner tubes. I like to do new inner tubes on everything. Just it's your tires. It's what connects you to the road, and you have a bad inner tube, and that can wreck your day. Got rid of the old points and condenser. Went with an electronic ignition. Rebuilt the front brake master cylinder. Bled that out with some fresh brake fluid. We replaced the lock cylinder in that Vetter hard bag cover.
Okay.
Up here, put a new lock in there because he didn't have the key.
Right.
Changed
Awesome.
the oil. Went through the carburetors. Put new gaskets, O-rings. There was some leaking O-rings and gaskets in there. Rebuilt the accelerator pump in the carburetor. Rebuilt the petcock because that didn't turn off, and let's clean it up a little bit.
All right, awesome. Now, one time I did have a bike, and it might have been a Honda, but the plug started to fall up. Is there anything that would cause that, or anything to do that would stop that?
Typically, that's a rich running condition or an oil consumption issue. I'm guessing it was probably a rich running condition.
I see. Okay.
So, or if the points and condenser or the points were a little bit out of spec, that could certainly do it as well. So you shouldn't have that problem with this. We put that electronic ignition on. You'll never have to worry about any points or condensers again.
Oh, great. Thank you very much, Ryan.
Not
Everything looks good. Second, go ahead and explain the petcock.
So the petcock it's an automatic petcock. So when you start the engine, the petcock opens and allows fuel flow.
Oh, yeah.
But if you were to start this bike up after like a long winter, you would turn it to this prime position. PRI is prime.
Oh, right. Okay.
And that just allows it to free flow fuel. But you don't want to keep it on that position,
Okay.
because then it's just always on, and the fuel valves in these carburetors aren't the best. I did replace them, but even when they're new, they're not the greatest. So right now it's in the reserve position because the fuel is it doesn't have a ton of fuel in it.
Okay.
But after you fill up, you'll rotate it to the on position.
Okay.
And then ride it, and you'll have to kind of figure out what mileage the thing goes into reserve, and then you'll just flip it to the reserve position, and then find a gas station.
Okay.
So, and that's just it just sits in a rubber grommet. There's not a bolt or anything that holds the back of the tank on.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it's a little
Gives
loose
a
like that.
buffer from vibration.
Yep.
That way it's
Yeah.
not metal against metal.
Yep.
Okay.